everybody. It is I, Miss Laura, and guess what? It's time for story time. So we're going to sing a little song real quick, okay? So I'm going to start marching. You can march too if you want. It's time for story time. It's time for story time. Hi-ho the dilly-o, it's time for story time. One more time. It's time for story time. It's time for story time. Hi-ho the dilly-o, it's time for story time. Great job, everybody. I feel all awake and alive and wiggled out. Well, I think we might have a letter. Hello, mailbox. Do you have a letter for me today? Let's see. Oh, I see our blue envelope. Thank you, mailbox. Hey, Dewey, we got our letter today. Let's see what our secret pen pal wrote us about today, shall we? Just sit that down there. Oh, we've got some good pictures. So, it says, Dear Miss Laura, that's me. I'm sending you the letter K. K is for kite. So there we have it, the letter K and a kite. I love kites, but I can't fly one. So you can sign that. You're going to kind of curl your fingers and your thumb is going to rest up against your middle finger and this one's going to stick up. It kind of almost looks like the letter K, doesn't it? See? So K. And then kite, you're going to take one hand, that's going to be your kite. You take a finger, press it up against it, and it's like you're flying a kite. So K, kite. What else do we have in our letter today? Oh, he says, here are some more words that start with the letter K. So we have kangaroo. There's our K. See the little baby kangaroo in the mama's pouch? Kangaroo. So we can sign that also. You're going to put your hands up like you're a little kangaroo and then make them bounce. So kangaroo. We also have kitten. Kitten. Now this little one, to sign this one, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to combine two signs, okay? So this is the sign for cat. And if you recall, this is the sign for baby. So to say kitten, we're going to go baby, cat. Like whiskers, okay? So baby, cat. Our secret pen pal wants to know, can you think of some other words that start with the letter K? Let me think. How about keys? Keys start with the letter K, and so does kid. Kid starts with the letter K. Well, our secret pen pal says that's all he has to say for this week. Be kind to each other. Signed, your secret pen pal. Well, that was a very nice letter, wasn't it, Dewey? All right, we'll set that aside, and it's now time for our story. So this week, we're going to be reading Pete the Cat and the Cool Caterpillar by James Dean. Here we go. So Pete the Cat and the Cool Caterpillar by James Dean, and this is a HarperCollins publication. Pete is on a bug safari. He and his friends are looking for bugs. How many bugs can they find? Callie spots a tiny black ant. It's building an anthill, she says. Groovy, says Pete to the ants. Gus finds a round, red ladybug in the mint patch. It has 9 spots, says Gus. Nice, says Pete. There's our ladybug. Marty sees a big black spider. Ooh, it's gotta fly, he says. Neat, says Pete. Pete finds a green caterpillar in the flower pot. I will bring it home to show Mom and Dad, he says. Mom helps Pete build a home for the caterpillar. They use a big jar. Dad puts a lot of holes in the lid of the jar. Pete puts in the caterpillar. Pete puts some leaves in the jar for the caterpillar to eat, and he adds a twig for it to crawl on. "Good night, Pete," says Mom. "Good night, Pete," says Dad. "Good night, caterpillar," says Pete. When Pete wakes up, the caterpillar is gone. Where did it go? Did it run away? "It's not gone," says Mom. "It did not run away," says Dad. "Look," they say. "The caterpillar is inside there," says Mom. "It's called a pupa." "Will it stay in there forever?" Pete asks. "No," says Dad. "The caterpillar is changing into something new." "What will it become?" Pete asks. "It's a surprise," says Mom. "We must wait and see." Pete waits. Callie comes to visit. "Did it come out yet?" she asks. "Not yet," says Pete. Pete waits some more. Gus comes to visit. "Did it come out yet?" he asks. "Not yet," says Pete. Pete waits even longer. Marty comes to visit. "Did it come out yet?" he asks. "Not yet," says Pete. Pete waits and waits and waits. Then one day, something finally happens. The pupa starts to wiggle. "Something is happening," says Pete. It wiggles some more. Everyone comes over to watch. The pupa cracks open. Something is coming out. What can it be? A head pokes out, and then some legs, and then 2 colorful wings. The caterpillar changed into a beautiful butterfly. "Wow," says Pete. The butterfly slowly moves its wings up and down. It is ready to fly. They take the jar to the park. "Time to say goodbye," says Dad. Pete opens the lid of the jar. The butterfly flaps its wings. It flutters out of the jar and lands on Pete's nose. "That tickles," he says. Then the butterfly flies up into the sky. "Bye-bye, butterfly," everyone says. "Let's find a new caterpillar," says Pete. Change is pretty cool. The end. I hope you enjoy that story. And who knows, maybe if you find a caterpillar, watch and see if it turns into a butterfly or even a moth. Well, that's the end of our story time. So we're going to sing one last song. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Hi-ho, the dealio. It's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.